What's going on, guys? My name is Paul2410. Welcome to my video on is the Fortnite community toxic? Now, there's a lot of controversy on this topic, and I think the answer is quite obvious to most people. But to me, I think you have to go a bit more in depth to figure out why it is or why it isn't. And I've got reasons for both for and against is the Fortnite community toxic. So first, we're going to start off is it for it is, and then we're going to go for why it's not. So my first reason for what it is Epic Games themselves. Epic Games have released multiple emotes in the game which probably trigger people, mostly being take the L and laugh it up. Oh, a quick side note, just while I'm editing this. I know other games such as Mammoth Games for Brawlhalla, also I know most games release emotes, but I think Fortnite ones are particularly toxic, like especially like Brawlhalla you have taunts, it's just a salty can pouring, who actually cares? But I think Fortnite especially is one of the more toxic games when it comes to emotes, because you don't really get other games that freaking laugh at people. Now I am someone who also owns Laugh It Up. I don't have to take the L because I didn't buy that battle pass, but I do have to take the Laugh It Up, and I do laugh it up on kids, but it's usually my friends. Like if I'm with my friends, you can be toxic to your friends. I'm sorry, if you can't be toxic to your friends, then what are you doing? Like say if I'm not playing with Martin and something happens, I may laugh it up. It's funny, it's a joke, but I think people what they like to do is like they take it out of proportion. Like, say if you play an arena and you kill someone and you laugh it up, it's just a bit like, nah, a bit toxic, but you know. But then again, of course it isn't. Hear me out. For example, yesterday, me and Martin were doing some 2v2 realistics, and they were laughing it up, and so were we. We just kept, but in the pre-game lot, so when you go into realistics, you're on both sides looking at each other. We won, and they were laughing. So we were laughing, like, it wasn't toxic. It was like a friendly, like a sort of GG in a way. It's hard to explain. So in that sense, I think a lot of the community is toxic for laughing in certain situations. I think sometimes it's okay. You should take the L, just yell out. It's really annoying, that is. Like that sound, that duh 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 duh. Oh, it triggers me so much. Oh, that is really annoying. Nah, that is really freaking annoying, not gonna lie. Anyway, so my second reason on why the Fortnite community is toxic is to do with the way people play the game. Now, you're going to get people who complain like, oh, people overbuild. I'm sorry, it's Fortnite, what do you expect? Like, say if you're, I don't know, running into zone and someone holds you out. That's not toxic, that's how the game meant to be played. It's just really freaking annoying. My hair's on the camera, my hair, oh, I hate hair. Anyway, so like, but it's the way people play the games. Like, say if I'm in zone with Martin or Lefty or someone, and people start fighting us in zone, what are they doing? Some brain dead kids trying to fight you in zone. That annoys me. That is toxic in my opinion. If you're trying to fight someone in zone when zone's like freaking a kilometre away, what are you doing? We can both rotate, swing your pickaxe. It's chill, and no one cares. You can just rotate peacefully. But then people are like, nah, let's just grief these kids. Why would you grief? That's one thing that triggers me. I think personally is very toxic. And when you grief kids' games, especially in arena, it's just so annoying. It's just not right. Now guys, that's it for the toxic side. I have some more reasons, but I want to keep this video relatively short. So we're going to go into the one reason, or maybe two, of why I think the Fortnite community isn't toxic. So one reason is due to the competitive scene. So Fortnite competitive is toxic in itself. Like you get some kids like, oh shit on, take the L, yeah. I laugh it up and stuff. But you also get some people who like in scrims. So for those who don't know, scrims is a custom game where you go in and you practice like end game situations, all about end game, and you can't fight before second zone at all. It's separate off spawn. And usually you get in most scrims there's an 80 player cap. So once it hits 80, you meant to stop fighting. It usually drops down to about 75, 70, maybe 60 if you're in a really bad game. But like, if you see someone, they just pickaxe swing to it. Everyone's so chill. And the community, I respect the competitive community of Fortnite so much. Because they understand that they want to practice. That's the point of scrims, is to practice and get better at the game. And I just respect that side of Fortnite so much. And that's why I think the Fortnite community is not toxic in that sense. The fact that they're just so respectful to each other. And how, like, they won't grief your game. Like, some kids will, but they're brain dead. They get banned from the Discord, who cares? But like majority of the community is just so chill to play with, and it's because they're the best. Like, it's the sweatiest thing you can do in Fortnite. Like, there's no argument to that, except for maybe a tournament. But sweaty sort of practice you can do, and I love how chilled out the community is with Fortnite. It just gives me a really good feeling when I play scrims on how I'm getting better with people with like-minded people who also want to improve and play scrims and just have fun. I find scrims a lot of fun personally. I know most people don't and hate it, but I find them quite a lot of fun. So yeah, I just think Fortnite community is not toxic in that sense. However, given the reasons before, you can also see Fortnite community is toxic. So to conclude, this is quite a short video, sorry. I think the public side of Fortnite is toxic when it comes to stuff like creative and public solos, duos, trios, and squads, and some arena. Most games, but nah, I don't think it really is that toxic when holding people out, but or fighting them in zone. But I think most of the Fortnite community is toxic when it comes to public games. But I think when it comes to competitive, you have your bit of banter. You have your with your friends. If you shit on your mate in a tournament, shit on Martin in a tournament once, a long time ago. But he killed me in an arena once, and I think I killed him in a tournament a long time ago. Like, we were chill about it. There was no arguments. It wasn't toxic. We just happened to be in the same game. Like, it's just, I love that sort of fun. How you can play with your friends, and they can shit on you so hard. You don't get toxic about it unless you're Evie. Unless you're me. He's fighting Evie on stream in box fights. For those of you who are tuned to that stream, you'll know what I mean. I won't go into that. But yeah, I think the Fortnite competitive side is not toxic. I think there's a lot of banter, but I don't think it gets toxic at all. But I think the public side is. That's my reasoning. If you guys happen to disagree with me or agree with me, let me know in the comment section below and give me reasons why. I may make a follow up. I may make a follow up video to this when people left comments, if anyone leaves a comment, or if anyone watches this. But yeah, I just personally think the Fortnite community competitive is not toxic. Public games are. I think that's how it always will be. Don't get me wrong, publics aren't always toxic, but you get quite a lot of take the L's and laugh it ups. Mostly creative though, mostly creative. You get that, especially in box fights and zone wars and realistics. Yeah. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, it's appreciated, and subscribe for great gamer content. And I'll see you next one. Peace.